Okay, the last section on here is the inequalities, okay, the absolute value inequalities. Okay, this is the one where you need to write it twice. And what else? There's two more things.
Switch the sign.
You gotta switch switch the sign on the negative one. So this is I totally spelled that wrong. Okay, so we need to switch the sign on the negative one. So is the absolute value all by itself?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can write it twice. N plus 1 is less than or equal to 3. Now, the second one is the one where we're going to say N plus 1 is going to be this way. Okay, and it's negative 3. Okay, so we switch the sign and make it a negative when we're doing the inequalities. Okay, and then you still solve it the same. So, minus 1, minus 1. So I got N is less than or equal to 2. Minus 1, minus 1. N is greater than or equal to negative 4. And then we're go ahead and graph it. So, I got 2 should be closed and pointed towards where? The left. And the negative 4 should be closed and pointed towards the right. Does this look like an and or an or?
And.
It is an and. I forgot to put and ors on here, so I just now realized. But there's no way your test is going to be this long. But I don't know what's going to be on it, so I just had to go over everything. If we're being totally honest. Because I freaking have to cover for someone every morning. So, look at 45. Is the absolute value all by itself? Yeah, so we can write it how many times?
6 minus twice, 6 minus 3, with the sign 24.
What should the other one be?
6 minus 3r, with the sign split, negative 24.
Perfect. Okay, so I got minus 6, minus 6. Negative 3r is greater than 18. Okay, and then my last step is to divide. Don't get on that.
Whoa.
Do we need to flip?
No. Yes.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So it's going to have an out. It depends.
Okay, and then this one, negative 6. So I got negative 3r is less than or equal to negative 30. And then our last step is to do what? Divide by negative 3. Do we need to flip?
Yes.
Okay, so this one really got flipped twice, okay, because we had to flip it at the beginning, and then we had to flip it at the very end again. Okay, so we're going to graph these. So at 6 is going to be closed.
Yeah, this don't make sense.
Pointed towards.
They're both going this way. It's going to be a 1.
And then this one's going to be closed, pointed towards this way. So what's going on with the graph?
It's an or.
It's an or, okay, because they're both pointed out away from each other. The ands are in, the ors are out. Okay, so that totally looks good. Almost done. You guys are doing good. Okay, you want me to do 47 or 48?
47.
Wait.
47.
No, 48.
47. 48.
48. You got 2 votes for 48.
Hot.
Okay, so 48 is the absolute value all by itself.
No. You got to multiply it by 5.
So we're going to say no because it's not. There's stuff on this side with the absolute value. So we do need to multiply by 5 on both sides first. So I got absolute value of r plus 7 is greater than or equal to 25. Here's where some of you guys were screwing up yesterday. Now the absolute value is all by itself. So now what do you need to do?
Right twice.
Write it twice.
Okay.
So I got r plus 7 is greater than 25. And then we got r plus 7 is going to be less than negative 25.
Maybe 1 R, right? Oh.
Yeah, but it's better to just leave it as r. It's going to be 5, 20, 18.
Oh.
32, negative 32. Okay, so at 18, and these ones, they really, so like if you look at the graph, there's like some serious gaps. So it goes from 0 to 10, so what's that middle one gotta be?
32.
This one's gotta be 5, 10, 15. Okay, so 18 is somewhere between 15 and 20, okay? So as long as, I would rather you draw me a bigger circle and me be able to see it than you draw me a little baby circle and I can't see if it's open or closed. So this one should be closed, pointed towards...
Out.
It's going to be out, and then the negative 32 is somewhere in here, and it's going to be closed, and it's going to be pointed to the left. So these are both out, so what kind of problem is it? Or. Okay, last one. 49 or 50? 50? Okay, is the absolute value all by itself?
No. That's it.
No cat, no cat.
Yeah, because you got that 7. What about this one?
No.
What's it mean when that number's right next to the absolute value sign? It means multiply, so what do you need to do to get rid of it first? Divide. Okay, so just make sure that you know that. So where you say minus 7, so 9 plus 4r is less than or equal to 7. Is our absolute value all by itself? Yeah, so now what can you do?
Wait, no, divide.
So we can write 1 with a 7. What should the other one be? Yeah, and it's got to be flipped too. Okay, so minus 9, minus 9. And then our last step is going to be divide by 4. And that's going to come out, if you type it on your calculator, you're probably going to get 0.5. Some of you guys, if your calculator's set up right, you might get a fraction. Okay, so it's really, yeah, going to be 1 over 2. Okay, or I will accept the negative 2/4. Like, you got that freaking far, I'm good with it. Okay, so on this one, we got minus 9, minus 9. 4r is less than or equal to negative 16. And then divide by 4. Okay, so at 1/2, that's about 0.5 or 50 cents. It's going to be right here, closed, pointed out. And then the negative 4 is going to be right here, closed, and it's going to be pointed in. What mean if they're both pointed in?
And.
Yeah, it's going to be an and. Okay?
So can you keep this with us?